We move on. It's the middleweights. 2 weeks ago, Matthew Macklin put his boxing career right back on track with a brutal first-round stoppage of Canada's Joachim Arsene. He was actually born in Haiti. That fight took place in Las Vegas. It was a defeat, or even a sluggish performance would have left Matt as part of a chasing pack of middleweight contenders. The win, however, puts him right at the top of that pack. He is once again being linked with world champions. Away from the speculation, Matt, meanwhile, is opening a gym in Marbella. In fact, he opened it tonight. So I had to speak to him earlier, and I started by asking him about a new fight or a potential new world title fight.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a few ifs and buts. You know, he's got the WBA and the IBF now, so there's a few bits of, like, mandatories and things like that to be sorted out, but I'm pretty confident the fight will get made, and you know, it's a fight I can't wait for, because I think it'll definitely be a case of third time lucky, and I think stylistically he's made for me.
Do you think, Matt, that the nature of your last win, you know, the first round, the fact it was on a big show, the fact that you did a job, do you think that's helped you, help keep you there?
Oh, massively, because I mean the fight with Stern was a great fight to watch.
Sure.
I mean, I think I was universally regarded as the winner. On the back of that, I got the fight with Sergio Martinez. It was a big occasion. Madison Square Garden was sold out. And, you know, I was winning the fight after 9-10 rounds. Going into the 11th, it was 3 up on one card and only a round down on the other two. But, you know, it was a great performance, even though it was a defeat, especially when, you know, we look at what happened in the Chavez fight. It kind of puts my performance into perspective.
Yeah.
One-sided domination by the last minute, and you know, I really do, and I just believe that stylistically, Gill's a fight that, you know, it really suits me. I think he's kind of tailor-made, really. Well,
listen, enough of the boxing stuff. Let's talk serious business. The MGM, not the one in Las Vegas, but your new one. Tell us about it. The Marbella Macklin Hot Post.
Yeah, well, that's it. Macklin's Gym Marbella, MGM, and I'd say it's a great gym. I mean, as you know yourself, Steve, I've been with a few trainers, so I've trained in many different gyms. And the great thing here is it's kept the sort of legitimate boxing. It's a legitimate boxing gym. It's kept that rawness, but it's got the sort of state-of-the-art facilities as well. And you know, there's a few unique features, such as a 25-meter running track for shuttles and biometric workouts. And there's 2 boxing rings, you know, your bag speedball, there's a weights area, there's a strength and conditioning area where there's sort of tyre flipping and sledgehammer with the tyre and kettlebells and all that kind of thing. And the other good thing about it is, I mean, it's a non-profitable gym. Any profit that the gym makes will be given to a local charity here in Marbella called That's Pandemic, who specialises in the development of children with rare diseases and, you know, who are underdeveloped, whether it be their speech or, you know, something physical. Then Aspandem's a great charity that helps them. So any profit the gym makes will be straight to the charity.
So, Matt, is it obviously open to locals and expats, but are you also looking into, you know, boxers from Britain coming over for 2 and 3 week or longer training camps?
Yeah, most definitely. And the doors are always open. I get on with all the fighters, you know, around Britain, Ireland, and Europe, and anyone who wants to come over, they're more than welcome. And, you know, that helps boost the gym anyway. I mean, you know, when it comes to track, all the kids and local kids and expats, etc., will be using the gym. But in terms of it being open to professional fighters, most definitely, and it will give the gym a boost, and we'd be happy to have anyone here.
Matt, you know, over in Marbella, whenever I've been in Marbella, everyone over there's a little bit naughty. Everyone used to box. Even if they didn't box, they all used to box. So now you're going to be able to sort out the absolute liars from the absolute boxers, because I've never met a hard man yet in Marbella who wasn't a former champion of something. You're going to be exposing a few myths in that gym, son.
Well, that's it. All the spoofers are going to get exposed, and you know, when you get them in the ring, and we can say that I'm sure they'll have a back injury or a hamstring injury, that prevents them from exposing themselves.
Matt, how can people find out about it? Does it have a website yet, or can they just follow you on Twitter?
Yeah, well, they can follow me on Twitter. They can follow MGM Marbella on Twitter. There's a website as well. You know, MGM boxing. It's going to take off. I really do believe that. And anyone that's come down, we've got Frank Maloney's over tonight. The opening, Frank Warren's here, and you know, I'm sure they'll tell you themselves. It really is. Frank Maloney said it was a 7-star gym.
Oh, good. Well, listen, Frank's always been a fan of having his fighters go to Spain or Portugal, to be honest with you. Matt, let me ask you this. We talked a little bit about Daniel Gill, possible. When might you be boxing next?
Well, I think it'll be March. You know, with it being such, me and Martin has been a success in terms of at the gate last year.
Yeah.
It was a sellout, you know, a few days before. I think they'll probably try and, you know, do it around that weekend again. But with Gill, not really. He hasn't boxed on American television. He hasn't.
Sure.
So they're probably not going to bring much support. So they'll probably, from their point of view, they'll be relying on me. I've boxed twice now, back to back on HBO. One was a loss, but it was an entertaining loss against one of the best fighters in the world. And the other one was, like I say, an exciting first round knockout. So they're very much happy and excited with me and excited about the next move, and that they're looking for, you know, me versus Gill to kind of get nailed down, really.
Matt, but finally, before I get back to your gym there and your star-studded guest list, let me ask you this, Matt. Why is it you think that here you are, you know, having had 33 contests, been a pro for 11 years, why is it that you seem to be boxing better than ever? You seem fresher than you've been, and you also seem hungrier than you've been. What do you put it down to, Matt?
I'm not sure. It's probably a combination of a few things. I mean, you can't always put an old head on young shoulders, and there's a lot to be experience and wisdom, and you know, I'm probably mature physically in the ring, probably mature more outside of the ring as well.
Yeah, cool.
You know, I just think things coming together. I don't think there was ever really any doubt about my talent or my natural ability. I think that was, you know, I won the ABAs at 18 in style, and you know, and along the years, over the years, in certain fights, I've blown hot and cold. When I've been very hot. And,
good point.
I think performing, you know, it's all sort of coming together now, and a bit of continuity and stability as well always helps. And I just think that, you know, I'm in a good place mentally, and it's showing in the ring.
Listen, I think it does. Listen, Matt, enjoy yourself tonight. Say hello, everyone there, and I'll speak to you very soon.
Cheers, Steve. Will do. Thanks.
I've seen some of the pictures on Twitter and online from the opening of the MGM, which is Macklin's Gym Marbella. I think that's fairly cheeky, but hey, I think it's quite fun. And it does look good. As he says, it's an old-school style place, but with a few modern things. Kevo Byrne on Twitter has quoted something that Macklin said there. Matt said, he said, I think my next fight will be in March. And as Kevin Byrne has said, hinting at a Paddy's Day title fight at Madison Square Garden against Daniel Gill, the real deal. And why ever not? It makes all the sense in the world. That could happen. It would be fantastic if it did. Matt Macklin seems to sort of reinvented himself. It's been brilliant watching his progress. I'd still like to see him in with one or two of the Brits, but, you know, I have to hold my hands up and say that that would not necessarily be a step down in quality, but it would be a step backward in profile. As much as I'd love to see him finally fight Darren Barker, assuming Barker's body can take him into the prize ring again, because he keeps having mounting problems. And of course, Martin Murray, still a fixture, but at the moment, I don't think those are things that are gonna happen. Matt Macklin talking to me earlier just before his gym opened. Now the boxing